are diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just doing some sharing here. Make sure I got everybody. I'm pretty sure that I did. I'm going to do Dragonflower again. I can always go back and delete the second one. So, all right. I'm doing a just in case post. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'll let you know I don't do Easter. Morning, Mandy, or afternoon, Mandy. I certainly respect everybody else's stuff, but you're not going to get a bunch of texts from me today because it's Easter. To me, it's Sunday. Okay? Just like any other holiday. Easter is Sunday. Right? And that's how I work it. Everybody can work it how they want to. That's fine. And I certainly don't mind people sending me happy Easter and thinking of me. I'll probably reply back and things like that. Right? But why would somebody get offended if somebody else sent them happy Easter? You can't, just because I don't do it doesn't mean that people don't care or that people don't want to be a part of or to sync with you, and that's an important part of our recovery, right? It's a very important part of our recovery. And it's important that we understand the needs of others and of ourselves. That's how we're going to get this freedom from King of Alcohol, right? And it is a true freedom, especially for us who have been in the grips of addiction for years and years and years. Or maybe it's been a while, but those thoughts are still fresh in your mind, even though you've been sober a long time. Well, I sincerely mean it when I say this is a daily reprieve. Anything outside of this is what ifing. Does that make sense? And we do it all the time. We don't really have a choice. Good friend of mine and I were talking about that yesterday, and it makes a lot of sense. If we're talking about anything outside of the now, what does it matter? It's food for thought. Keeps the mind thinking and closer to God. But what does that mean? God doesn't want my attention yesterday. He doesn't want it tomorrow. He'd like it now. There's no waiting. God's not, actually, God is waiting on you. All right. Let's get started in this Persephone of stuff because, it was 6 people. They get mad because I don't do Easter. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea today either. It's not going to happen. Why am I looking in that when I need the 12 by 12? Probably because I'm yakking my mouth. That's why. All right. So this follows several different things, right? So we'll go through the 12 by 12 last. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read as Bill sees it first. Though it is traditional for our fellowship may not coerce anyone, let us not suppose even for an instant that we are not under constraint. Indeed, we are under enormous coercion, the kind that comes in bottles. Our former tyrant, King Alcohol, always stands ready again to clutch us to him. Therefore, freedom of alcohol is a great must that has to be achieved. Else we go mad and die. Either by the alcohol or just being a dry drunk. And that was a letter to the grapevine. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to the 12 by 12 and read the passage. This is the daily reflection. I'm going to go read the passage now. Okay. When drinking, I lived in a spiritual, emotional, and sometimes physical confinement. I had constructed my prison with bars of self-will and self-indulgence from which I could not escape. Occasional dry spells that seemed to promise freedom would turn out to be little more than hopes of a reprieve. True escape required a willingness to follow whatever right actions were needed to turn the lock. With that willingness and action, both the lock and the bars themselves opened for me. Continued willingness and action keep me free in a kind of extended daily probation that never need end. I'm sorry, but if you've ever been on probation, that is a horrible word to use. This person was not on probation. Okay. And I know probation means, it means what it means. But to some people that have POs, it means something entirely different when you bring up that word. Yeah, I know that's off topic, but words matter. They really do. Words do matter. So what are we really looking at here? And willingness is what we're looking at. And willingness is a part of every single thing that you do. Every single thing that you do. 12 Traditions, page 129 is where I'm going next if you are reading along. 129. I always like it when it's further in the book, especially when it's in the traditions. Let's see if it is. I don't have this stuff. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's tradition 1. Yay. Yay. I love the traditions. Okay. Now we're going to throw some unity in along with willingness. Do willingness and unity go together? Absolutely. So AA, the big book, talks on this, and there is a solution. Okay. We're a group of people who would not normally mix. Okay. There's some of you I'd probably get, but I don't try and figure that shit out. Would I get along with them? I don't know. Does it matter? No. But for the most part, we wouldn't mix, would we? No. You think we'd be able to get along together? Oh, fuck no. No, we would find reasons to argue. Oh, yeah. Drama. You kidding? Hey, you got any drama on you? Buy some drama from you. That's how we alcoholics and addicts are. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Other people's problems. I'm bringing that saying back. Right? You got to stay out of other people's problems. Period. That was part of the conversation that we were having yesterday with my friend. Stacy and I were talking. Let's say I talk about somebody here. Isn't it that even too close? Kinda. To breaking anonymity, right? Because that's what unity is all about. Okay. Mandy and I have already blown our anonymity here because our names are posted. Okay. Now we haven't. Let me rephrase that. We didn't blow our anonymity. We're the type of people that talk out loud. I don't mind if people know my name. In fact, I'd like you to know my name. I'd like you to have my phone number. If you have questions, I'd like you to call me. I'd be more than happy to answer them. And I ain't going to charge you or expect a damn thing back. I might expect something back from you. But if I do, I'm going to tell you at the very beginning. See, you can actually have selfish reasons and tell people your intentions and it be okay. What if those intentions are the same with theirs? Okay. Just because your intention is selfish doesn't make it bad. Is it in line with God's? Yeah. Do you, when I work with homeless or do anything else, who do you think's doing that? That's God working in my life. I am a vessel. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and just say, and I'm not more than that, because we are so much more. We are, but you have to discover the right path. You have to discover what is right for you first. You got to do the work first. You got to be fucking honest with yourself. So honest, it hurts. No change. No change. You will not get anything if you do nothing. But I'm confused. Great. That's fantastic. That means you don't know anything. People are popping on and leaving. Wow. All right, let's get to tradition one, shall we? The unity of alcoholics. No, okay, our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends on AA unity. I'm not going to read the whole tradition. Well, I might. It's only it's only 2.5 pages long. The unity of Alcoholics Anonymous is the most cherished quality our society has. Our lives, the lives of all to come, depend upon it. Depend squarely upon it. We stay whole or AA dies. Without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat. Our world arteries would no longer carry the life-giving grace of God. His gift to us would be spent aimlessly. Back again in their caves, the alcoholics would reproach us and say, what a great thing AA might have been. I'm gonna give some people some truth here. There might be a generation that coming up that says that. Because I'm watching AA dwindle. And I'm watching it dwindle because people don't want to do the work. We tend to think that everything now comes to us. And that's not how this program works. This program is not about sitting on your butt and waiting for people to ask you for help. You have to go out and find them. Let me ask you something. Fine, I'll do a little bit of Easter. Did Jesus sit on his ass? I've never read the Bible, but I got a good feeling the answer is no. I just got this weird feeling that Jesus did not do that. Do men of faith sit around and complain about the state of the fucking world? No. You know what they do? They do something to offset that evil. It's an evil corroding thing. I mean, we're talking about it. Doesn't alcohol is a symbol. Drugs are a symbol. They're just that. That's it. The cross. It's a symbol. It is utilized. Okay. But a symbol can't be taken away. It isn't removed. That's why when you hear me say you cannot fight stigma, you can't. They're already mad. So you're going to argue with them. That is going to get nowhere. Instead, we educate. I understand. I understand you're mad at alcohol. You know what? I was too. Fucking hated the stuff. But I found out I had to let go of that anger. I had to let go of it, man. Because it wasn't doing me any good. And it's not serving you either, man. What can I do for you? Does this mean, someone will anxiously ask, that in the AA, the individual doesn't count for much? Is he to be dominated by his group and swallowed up? I'm not going to cover it, but I will read it. We may certainly answer the question with a loud no. We believe there isn't a fellowship on earth. Yeah, I guess I'm going to, yeah, I will. Which lavishes more devoted care upon its individual merit. This just isn't fucking happening, though. I can't read this. Okay? It's not happening. That's why it upsets me. We used to do this, but it's gone. And it bothers me. A newcomer comes in. I'll see that person walk out all by themselves because nobody wanted to do anything. Tired of it. I'm tired of us saying, who's here willing to sponsor? Willing to sponsor. There's no fucking willingness about sponsoring. You either do it and have a great life of sobriety or get the fuck out. Please. I do this. The people here do this. See, the people that leave aren't doing it and they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to come on here and be confronted by some stupid white dude in his 50s who can't shave wearing a stupid. I love me. And I love my Batman shirt. I went in there. I'm like, I'm so tired of all these fucking shirts. There's my Batman shirt. Take that. Tried and true. Batman. All right. I'm going to finish this with a better attitude. Okay. No, I'm not. My attitude isn't bad. It isn't. This isn't anger. This is passion. Right? If I was angry, I wouldn't be on here anymore. I would have shut it down, walked away because no. All right. Surely we believe there isn't a fellowship on earth which lavishes more devoted care upon its individual members. Surely there is none which more jealously guards the individual's right to think, talk, and act as he wishes. That I can go for. I can go for that. No one can be compelled. No one can compel another to do anything. And nobody can be punished or expelled. Okay? Those are key words in there. Nobody can be punished or expelled. Nobody can be compelled to do another thing. Is your sponsor making you do things you don't want to? I'm going to tell you something. Are you getting homework? People always ask me, well, do you have any work in between? No, this is step one. Go to a meeting. Homework? Yeah, your homework. Breathe in and out, go to meetings, and don't drink. Did you need something else? Because you could barely cover that right now, dude. Did you need something else? No, I don't. You're right. And then they don't ask for homework anymore. Step one is a non-action step. If you're getting homework for 1, 2, or 3, get a different fucking sponsor. God's sake. Call me. I guess, I understand why people are charging for sponsoring because it's taking up a lot of my time. I won't stop. And you guys know me. I will never fucking. Are you kidding? Whoa, no way. All right. Our 12 steps to recovery are suggestions. The 12 traditions which guarantees AA unity contain not a single don't. They repeatedly say we ought, but never you must. I'm going to go towards the end. I'm going to roll. Fuck that. If you guys want to hang out, you can hang out. If you want to go, you can go. You do, I'll wrap it up sooner or later. To many minds, all this liberty for the individual spells sheer anarchy. Every newcomer, every friend who looks at AA for the first time is greatly puzzled. They see liberty verging on license. Yet they recognize at once that AA has an irresistible strength of purpose and action. How, they ask, can such a crowd of anarchists function at all? How can they possibly play their common welfare first? What in heaven's name holds them together? It's 3 little word, God, or hyphenated HP, higher power, king, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. If it's working for you, it's none. Guess what? It's none of my business. Even the people that are still using their group for God and they're 20 years sober, none of my business. Okay? None. Those who look closely soon have the key to this strange paradox. The AA member has to conform to the principles of recovery. You have to conform. It's called sacrifice, which you did in step 12. Step 12 is all about sacrifice. When was the last time you sat down with your sponsor and talked about sacrifice? Did you cover the 12th step? Because I'm getting the answer that you haven't. See, I get little indications. And they're usually right, so I rely on them. His life actually depends upon obedience to spiritual principles. Yeah. Ooh, there's a bad word, obedient. I am obedient. I don't like the word. I like saying it, but there again, it's just a word. Use it for what it is. I don't mind being obedient. It comes with humility. It comes with freedom. Oh, that silly guy over there, always giving things to God. I don't care. What do I care? If he deviates too far, the penalty is sure and swift. You die. You sicken and die. Doesn't say anything about going back out drinking. Nope. Sure doesn't. You want to know why? This is a progressive disease. You do not need to be drinking or drugging or eating or anything else for your disease to progress. You just need to not do anything about it. And that's what recovery is. You got rid of whatever your ism was. Now it's about recovery. It has nothing to do anymore with whatever your ism was. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your spiritual malady here. That for people like you and me, if we don't find something bigger in our lives, we're doomed. We're dead. Period. There's no gray here. There's no wiggle room. We tried that. We tried to drive ourselves into sobriety all sorts of ways. And even then, when God does give us gifts, we fucking complain. What the hell's that about? Don't complain about your gifts. What, you didn't get it the way you wanted to? What the heck? All right, I am going to have to wrap it up because my wife's here with groceries. So, all right, I'm just going to read the last two paragraphs and we'll wrap up. We're at 23 minutes anyway, so it's probably good. Okay, I'm just going to skip that paragraph. So, at the outset, how best to live and work together as Goose became the prime question. In the world about us, we saw personalities destroying whole peoples. The struggle for wealth, power, prestige was tearing humanity apart as never before. If strong people were stalemated in the search for peace and harmony, what was to become of our erratic band of alcoholics? As we had once struggled and prayed for individual recovery, just so earnestly did we commence to quest for the principles to which AA itself might survive. On anvils of experience, that's us. We are the anvils of experience. The structure of our society was hammered out. It was hammered out. We do not need to go back and figure it out. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We don't need a new anvil. We don't need a new way. We got it. If you're not willing to work it, if you're not, and I don't care, you go AA, you go church, you go smart recovery, which doesn't have God in it at all, guess what? You still do the fucking work. Well, I'm in smart recovery. Good for you. So fucking what? I'm in AA. So fucking what? Question is this. Here's the question. What are you doing today to make the world a better place? That's what I got. I love you. Peace out and have a day.